It's afternoon now, so it's gotten hot again. You probably noticed in a lot of my videos I look like I'm glistening since it's been really hot. I was so excited this morning to wake up and find that my coconut oil had solidified. I usually keep it in the refrigerator, but then when I'm using it a lot, I take it out because this year has been the hottest year in Missouri for prolonged heat. I haven't been able to believe it. But not only has the heat been bad, but let's talk about something that I don't know if other people in other parts of the world have this problem. I'm sure they do. I've heard there's plagues of flies in Australia and stuff. I don't know. But the flies have been horrendous. Is anyone else having problems with flies? I mean, I know I keep my chickens up pretty close because I, want the dogs to protect them. Otherwise, we have these things called land alligators, possums, for any of the rest of you that don't know what they are. And they like to come up and kill the chickens. Not to mention the raccoons. They make a sport of killing chickens, if you didn't know. And I love both possums and raccoons. You can look on my videos. I even have pictures of me rescuing possums from my dogs. But I just want to make sure they don't kill the chickens. We want to keep Romeo and Juliet and all the others safe. So a consequence of having your chickens close to your house is that there is chicken feed and chicken poop, and apparently to flies it tastes just like chicken. They love it, and they're little fly babies, maggots. So I at night spray this house, and I can tell you this, I am greatly concerned, not about the spray. I know, chemicals, blah blah blah. I've lived with that my whole life. I think flies are intelligent. Has any of the rest of you noticed that when you have flies around and you grab a can of spray, they all disappear? Have you also noticed that when you get a fly swatter out, they all disappear? And when you do spray and they're dying, you know where they go? They land on my counters in a kamikaze attempt to nasty up and germify all these surfaces I wipe off daily. You can't tell me that's not a last act of defiance. Fly-fiance, I think is what we should call it. Also, here's another thing I hate about flies. I'll be in there trying to sleep during the day, and I have one room that's air conditioned, and it's in front of my computer. And they will come in there. How they get in, they find their way around the curtain. They get in. And they will come and fly up your nose and in your eyes and in your ears. And when you open your eyes, they're gone. I call them face flies. And it's like they're making a sport out of annoying you. I swear to high heaven, flies are intelligent. Someone call the government, get a grant for millions of dollars and study the intelligence of flies. I think there's some sort of like little alien creatures from outer space. They come here and bother us. Too much? Yeah, probably. Never mind. This is my rant on flies. And, does anyone else, when you're trying to sleep and those little face fly buggers are being ornery, and I got one flying around here right now. Who knows I'm talking about it. And they come up, and they're doing that thing up your nose and everything, and so you take the covers and you pull them over your face, and you try to make just a little hole to breathe out of that they can't get into, and then you fall asleep, and you wake up suffocating because the hole is collapsed. Yeah. Anyone else? Just me? Oh. Not surprising, but I've done that my whole life. Too lazy to get up and get the spray or a fly swatter. My mother makes a sport out of hunting flies, and she has said in one of my videos that that's her hobby. I went over to her house one day, though, and made the mistake of falling asleep on the couch. I do that sometimes in the morning. Get off work, go over there to see her, and fall asleep on her couch. Well, she was on the hunt. I was about 3/4 asleep, and I had face flies coming over to bother me because they saw her with fly swatter. You know what those flies thought? She won't hit her daughter. We'll go land on her. What they didn't know was that my mother had no trouble playing whack-a-mole with my head and body. And I wake up to her beating the crud out of me with her fly swatter. I'm sorry, but there's flies all over you. Flies. I hate flies. Well, I tell you what. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. Poppy's out working on my roof. Bless his heart. Thank you so much. Swear he has really come through for me this summer, and it's been hot, so God bless his heart and keep him safe. And I really appreciate what he's doing for me with this roof. And better figure out a way to pay him back big time. Figure out how to make better gummy bears because he loves them. Maybe I'll make him a giant one for Christmas. Just don't tell him. But anyway, he's doing that. I have had my coffee this morning. I've had a fat bomb. I made some fat bombs. I really ought to show you the ones I made. It turned out really good. But I'm afraid if I show people, they'll put little comments. They'll say, ooh, those are too high in carbs. How many carbs do macadamia nuts have? That's my only concern. I'm going to look that one up. Because that's what I had in them, was macadamia nuts. And then I crushed up pork rinds. And it makes them taste like a crispy, like a chocolate crispy. You can figure it out. That's really good stuff. Oh, wow. Can't believe it. Pork rinds and chocolate. Who knew? Gummy bears and beef bone gel. Who knew? People are going to say, ooh, Grandma, you're so gross. We're going to quit watching your channel. I hope you don't. Well, I'm going to see if I can figure out something to actually eat before I go to work tonight. I threw out the rest of the tacos. They were delicious, but my dogs enjoyed the other two. I ate one last night. It was so filling. This diet is so filling and so rich. When you eat all that fat and all that, oils and things, it's just so filling and satisfying that you just don't want very much at all. And like I said, that's the strangest thing about the keto diet to me, is that I feel so satisfied all the time. So I think I'm going to probably put together some of my keto bread mix. I like to call it keto bread. I actually bun mix, and I will show you on another video how I do that. And I'll just get a cup of it out and add an egg with it, and maybe make myself a grilled cheese. It does sound good today. Well, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you had fun with the flies, and I hope you managed to beat your fly problem too. And I love y'all. Don't forget to hit like or subscribe to keep up with the insanity. Bye-bye.